now is the time for us to all pull together and to stand up for our values and for our freedoms. And you just can't vote Democrat. They're against religion. They're against your religion in particular. You cannot vote for Democrats, and you have to get out and vote.
There's Donald Trump trying to rally the evangelical vote, delivering short pre-taped remarks to the Danbury Institute, a coalition of evangelical groups that staunchly oppose abortion. In fact, its website states they will not rest until abortion is eradicated. Joining me now to talk about this, CNN political commentator and Democratic strategist Maria Cardona and former Republican Congressman Charlie Dent. Charlie, let me start with you first. I mean, Trump notably did not include any specifics on his abortion policy. That has been a bit of a moving target throughout this campaign, but he did say Democrats are, quote, against your religion. What do you make of all that?
Well, he's made similar comments in the past about Jewish Americans. Look, he seems to think that, I guess, Christians are monolithic on the issue of abortion, which they clearly are not. So I guess I am not shocked by this statement, but it's clearly completely misguided, and I think it's terribly unfair to characterize all Democrats as being against religion. It's just an absurd statement, and but this is just another day that ends in Y in the world of Donald Trump.
Yeah, and Maria, I mean, obviously Trump has to go around. He has to try to jazz up these various constituencies in the Republican Party. Today he's talking to evangelical voters, anti-abortion Republicans, and so on. But at the same time, this cuts both ways, because every time female voters out there hear this, suburban women voters hear this, that cannot be good in places like Pennsylvania and so on.
It's not good for Trump, not good for Republicans. It's good for the country because the vast majority of Americans, including Republicans, including Christians, are for the right for women to be able to make decisions about their own bodies and have the government have nothing to do with it. And that's what Donald Trump and Republicans don't understand. I actually think Donald Trump does understand that, because he has said before that this whole abortion issue is not good for Republicans, but he wants to have it both ways. He can't have it both ways. He brags that he was the one that is responsible for overturning Roe v. Wade, and he is, because he put in the justices that made that happen. And so he's going to have that at his feet. That's going to be an anchor around his neck and the neck of Republicans, the way it has been for the past several election cycles ever since Roe v. Wade. They got rid of it last year, and Democrats are going to continue to focus on this and make this front and center, because women are riled up, they're pissed off, they're energized. It's not always going to be measured in the polls. We saw what happened in 2022.
Some of it's directed at the Supreme Court, and we should note, Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito was secretly recorded on an audio tape by a progressive filmmaker posing as a religious conservative, who asked him about healing political polarization, and if it's a matter of, quote, winning. This has been lighting up social media today. In case our viewers haven't seen this, let's listen to this. Let's see how Justice Alito responded.
One side or the other is going to win. There can be a way of working, a way of living together peacefully, but it's difficult, because there are differences on fundamental things that really can't be compromised. Really can't be compromised. So it's not like we're going to split the difference.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie, what do you think about that? I mean, he's basically saying we can't compromise. One side or the other is going to win. Is that how a Supreme Court justice should be?
No, I mean, it would seem to me that Supreme Court justices, when they deliberate, they compromise all the time, as they should. And I think his comments, when contrasted to Chief Justice Roberts, are unmeasured. Roberts was very careful in how he responded to these types of leading questions, and Alito was just, at the very least, very sloppy in his answers. But I don't know that it revealed a lot, other than the fact that Justice Alito has a very conservative viewpoint. I mean, that came across, but he shouldn't be necessarily articulating it in the manner he just did.
Yeah, and Maria,